Say something about females. They have this facade of they have to try very hard to come across as nice. They're so evil. For most people, you're quite moderate. You can act extra nice or act mean, right? But when you're genuinely evil, you're evil all the time in private. So when you go in public, you have to try very hard to put on the nice act.
Modern women are starting to realize that men actually have a point, but the damage is done. We've got a video for you here today from Manhood. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in, and let's get into it.
Are men and women equal?
Actually, women are better than men. What do men bring to the world? Literally nothing. Women, the vibes, just everything.
Everything you know and love. If you look around the entire infrastructure of our nation, our economy, every building you walk into, the way that you are portraying your ideas and opinions is through technology and infrastructure and an economy and a nation that was not only built, but it's still maintained to this day by men.
Just take a look at her ignorant smile. She doesn't care what men have had to sacrifice to give her the comforts that she takes for granted. She has a real F you, I got mine kind of mentality. That's not going to work out very well in her favor.
Did men allow you to have that haircut?
You taking personal attacks makes me seem like the more intelligent.
Okay, I understand.
Validate your point, not some personal attack because you're losing the argument. Feminism stops whenever it's inconvenient for y'all. By definition, you are delusional if you cannot defend your ideas.
You should go.
I actually don't go to bed.
It's crazy how quick these women are to anger the second men have a good point. It's like they're just essentially little children in grown-up bodies.
I think I'm definitely an 8.
And I give myself a 5. I think I'm normal looking. And I just think it's based on my results. I think if I was an 8, 9, or 10, I would have had modeling contracts. Because people in the top 20% of beauty, they get modeling contracts.
But what is beauty?
You can go online and have people rate your pictures and they rank you 1 to 10. Men will rate you, women will rate you like every day. Don't you think attractiveness is based on results?
Maybe, but I don't care about those results.
There's a reason why she doesn't care about the results, because she knows that the world won't blindly agree with her when she says that she's an 8. She would rather accept a comforting lie than just face the honest truth.
The feminist movement was fighting for equal opportunity for women in education and the workforce. The sexual revolution was fighting for all sorts of sexual freedoms. Cosmo, we pretended that this sexual revolution was a freedom for women. It actually was not. It was actually kind of a slavery. But we pretended it was freedom for women. And over time, as the sexual revolution and the women's movement got identified closer and closer together, a lot of women began to buy into that illusion.
Womanists love this idea of having rights and freedom, but if you ask them what rights they don't have, they can't name anything that doesn't revolve around bedroom fun or statistics that have been repeatedly debunked for decades. They don't realize how badly they got played.
Women's rights, but we can't define what a woman is. But also men can be women. And no uterus, no opinion, but also men can get pregnant. Men are oppressing us. But also, it's okay if biological men take over our spaces and our sports. Women are so over-sexualized in this culture, but it's empowering if women are the ones sexualizing themselves. Are you guys quite done yet? Like, are you okay?
That just about sums it up.
This is my friend Brianna Robinson. You should absolutely go follow her. She's fabulous. It's incredibly hypocritical, as everything is. Modern day feminism is not consistent in the slightest. Somebody commented and said, high empathy and low IQ generally correlate with feelings over facts. I mean, that's the basis of modern day feminism.
Their ideology is nothing but contradictions and hypocrisy. It's not about liberation, freedom, or equal rights. It's all about their desire to be right about everything, because the second they get told that they're wrong about something, they just fly off the damn handle.
Now this one is for my ladies. Let's get into it. After I graduated with my master's, this woman that I used to work with, you know who you are, she pulled me aside. She said, Sam, you're a pretty girl. When you gonna settle down and get married? I laughed and I said, probably after I get my LCSW. She looked at me dead in my eye and said, shut the door. And so I did. She said, now look around, Sam. Look at the women my age. Look at the women who prioritize their career over family. And now they're lonely. All they have is their career.
If you ask a modern woman why having their career is so great, they oftentimes won't be able to give you an answer. They were told that the key to freedom was to work, that it was liberating to ignore their biological instincts, and then they wonder why they're alone and exhausted all the time and severely medicated when they're like 45 years of age.
Searching for meaning in vacations and brunches. And I saw it with my own eyes. It wasn't what I wanted for myself. She said what matters to her most now is her husband, her kids, and her grandbabies. That was her legacy. Y'all, and that changed everything for me. So I say all that to say this. Ladies, stop buying the lies of culture. Family is ministry. It's your first ministry. We weren't created to fight being helpmates. That's our divine purpose. We were created to walk in it with power. Don't lose yourself trying to chase a version of success that leaves you empty. God's way still works.
We see the end result all the time with a lot of these modern women, countless videos of women complaining about being exhausted, lonely, and miserable. Women like this find joy in buying trinkets and drinking. It's a lifestyle that just ends in tragedy and misery.
Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
10.
10.
10. Like a 6.
I was going to say like a 7, maybe 8.
I give myself like
We love a humble
6, 6.9 on a good day. Okay, so but 10? 10? Really? It's a bit of hubris, a little bit, don't you think? I mean, 10.
It's confident, not confident.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, if you view yourself as a 10, then surely you must deserve a 10.
She just summed up how delusional her rating was. For her, it's not about aesthetics, it's about her feelings. She feels like she's perfect, so therefore she is perfect. And anybody who doesn't agree with her is worthy of mockery and ridicule.
So if you have a bunch of women who think they're 10, one of the problems in the dating marketplace is people don't have a reasonable self-assessment of their own attractiveness, and thus their standards are, they're not going to be able to secure the type of partner that they're going after if they think they're a 10. No offense, guys.
I
disagree.
I'm getting death stares.
It doesn't matter what these women feel. They honestly feel like they're absolutely perfect in every way, shape, or form, and it's the planet that's the problem. That's not a healthy or even reasonable way to view the world. It just doesn't work that way.
Why is it that all you ladies who dislike arrogance and like humbleness want a life that is so extra and lavish? You want 6-figure man, you want a high-value man and doing all this stuff. Why is it that everyone pretends like they hate arrogance, but then their standards are? Like, if we're being very honest, there's about, 10 of you here? Maybe 2 or 3 of you at best will get with a guy who makes 6 figures or more, because it's such a small percentage. By the numbers, it's probably impossible for all of you to get that.
Modern women live in a world where muscular, handsome, wealthy men are in abundance, and they think that all of these men are just sitting around and waiting for her to enter into their lives. That's just a delusional way to think.
So there is a bit of like an arrogance to that, where it's like, if you love humbleness so much, why don't you live a humble life? What's wrong with getting with a regular dude who's got a 401k, he makes $40K a year, maybe he's home at the end of the day, he takes care of the bills, you guys got a nice little house in the suburbs. Why is that not enough? I don't understand why there's all this talk about like, would I let my high value man cheat? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, most of y'all not gonna get one. And that's not me trying to be mean. It's like
the reason why a lot of these women don't want to settle down with a good man in a humble home with a modest income is because to them it's boring. They don't actually want a good man. They want the excitement of being with someone wealthy or famous, and stability is the exact opposite of that.
Why dating in the modern world sucks. There's a few reasons for this. Obviously, dating apps and social media, women have more choice than ever. And unfortunately for some men, what's happening in the dating app data shows this. You've basically got 80% of the women chasing after the top 10% of men. It's why women always complain, this guy cheated on me, he did this and that. It's because all of the women are chasing after that top 10% of men.
If modern women want to get with guys like Chad, then they have to accept that they're going to have to share him with the rest of the women who are chasing him. There are far too many modern women and not too many of him. There's no way he's going to commit to any of them.
But for me to dive deeper, the real issue with modern dating is women expect men to be traditional men. They want men to be strong and masculine and make money and competent and take you on a date and pay for the date and be chivalrous and act like a gentleman. Women want traditional men. However, if you look at the majority of women and these women that want those traits in men, they are not traditional anymore. So women want men to be traditional while they are not traditional. Women are not as feminine as they used to be. Women are very, very masculine in the modern world.
Modern women want the best of both worlds. They want a strong, masculine man who's going to do nothing but work and put her on a pedestal, but she wants the freedom to act the way she did when she was younger. It has never really worked that way.
Gloria Steinem said, if you don't go out to work, you betray the movement of feminism. You betray the women's rights movement. Babies will be fine. Don't worry about them. Put them into daycare. Give them to a babysitter. You need to go out to work. You need to be soldiers in this war that we're waging. And women just soaked it up. Meanwhile, Gloria Steinem never had children. So she could say that. That message was very destructive. So what we know is that attachment disorders are passed down generationally. So if you develop an attachment disorder because your mother isn't emotionally present for you, is disinterested, then that gets passed down to the next generation.
How can a woman rediscover her maternal instinct?
You have to start to uncover old losses. You have to look at your own childhood, because the basis on which we form our relationship with our children is the relationship we had with our own mother.
It makes no sense how modern women think that going to work and slaving away for a company that doesn't care about them is liberating, while taking care of their own children is considered slavery. The concept alone is so backwards, but everyone fell for it. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.